Hey guys, how y'all doing today? Today, I wanted to show you guys something. I've been asked a lot, at least recently, regarding a few of my Let's Play videos, about caves. So today, I want to show you guys how I go about building a cave. So for now, what I've done, normally you would find a cave below ground, obviously, but for the sake of this tutorial, I wanted to just show you guys this. So I've generated just a sphere. Let's go in. So basically all I've done is just generated a sphere. I'll light it up so you guys can see. And this is usually how I approach it underground. This is a diameter of I think 11 blocks. I generated a few blocks above ground so that way we can flatten this wall, and all I really want is the shape of the roof to be a sphere. You can do this using plots, and yeah. Basically, you want to make a cylinder going up, and then make a sphere dome, and that just gives you a nice solid cave. So basically when I usually start, we're going to make this one kind of a ruin, which I've been doing a bunch of lately. So the first thing I usually do is get a couple blocks together, obviously. So we're going to go with some bricks. I want brick stairs. We want cobble. And I want cobble stairs, which I already had. Slabs and basic cobble. So, I don't want infested stone. That's dumb. I don't know why that's the first one. That's kind of annoying. So I'm just going to do this basic. I'm not going to show you guys like a bunch of decoration and that kind of stuff, but I want to show you guys my approach. So I'm going to start with an entrance. We'll go up. Because this wants to be a ruin, I usually like to use stone brick, and we'll shape it from here. So I'm just going to place a bunch of blocks, kind of get a rough, rough entrance. So this can be, like I said, this will be done underground, so you can have this kind of however you feel. Now, I'm going to do this a little bit broken up, I want this to be kind of run down and whatever. So normally I could use some mossy cobble or mossy brick, whatever. So I'm also going to make it so there's blocks missing, right? Misplaced, that way it looks like it's broken. Anyways, usually the way I approach this is I would start with kind of the center. So this is going to be where I'm making this into an enchantment room. You could use this as a portal. You could use this as whatever. What I'm going to do for now is I'm going to plot out kind of where our bookshelves would go if we wanted this in a survival world. So basically like this. So we know this is kind of our basic outline. I'm actually going to move it back one, so it's not perfectly in the center. Oops. Alright. This gives us a little bit of room to work with. Okay, so I'm going to start by adding in our ruin pieces, which are just going to be stone. And then what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to build up on top of them. And basically what I'm trying to accomplish is that this is like, I realize stone doesn't grow, so like saying overgrown stone doesn't really make a lot of sense. But I wanted it so like the stone is maybe caved in on the walls and whatnot, right? I'm going to go up a little bit here. Using a combination of the different like slabs and stairs, you get a really nice look. And I always try to make sure that you do them a little bit opposite when you do them, so you get different levels of depth, right? So here I'm just using some slabs, putting them kind of randomly, and you get the idea. There's your first corner. Now you want to leave some stone. You want to add, you might want to toss some bricks throughout. Basically, you want to just kind of shape your building, right? Or shape your room. So I'm just going to keep doing a little bit of this. And now, obviously, I'm using all cobble. And you can use anything that would fit this room, right? Like anything that you want. So I'm just going to keep doing this around my corners. And again, I'm going to do this ruin. So I want stone bricks. We're going to do something a little bit unique across the back here in a second. Let's go like so. So it'll kind of look like there was a building in here or something at one time. And I always find, like, I realize this is a waste. If I cover this, having that stone brick there is a waste. But I always feel it makes it look a little better when you know it's covered. Right? So, let's just go like that for now. I'm going to add, what is it called? A stellacite, I believe? Something like that. Let's go. That might be too low. So let's get a wall. And we'll put a wall spike on the bottom. Again, we'll do some stairs. We'll do some stairs. We'll do some slabs to get a little different dimension. Basically, I'm just placing. There's no like rhyme or reason to how I'm placing these. I'm just kind of getting a shape. There, I like that. Okay, so one of the things I always try to do is add a little bit of water, and we're gonna do that in the back. We're gonna start here with it. So I'm gonna dig out my shape for water. And I like to use polished andesite when it comes to water. It's a really good, like, the stone's been eroded or whatever by water. And I'm just going to kind of shape this, outline it, however you say. And we'll dig down for a little depth. So this one I'm going to do flowing out of the wall. I usually like to have 2 or 3 of these. Now, obviously, I'm outside because I'm not below ground. So normally you'd be below ground and this wouldn't be an issue. I'm just going to build this up. And let's go back inside. I'm going to put a couple blocks here. We will put a little bit of cobble. And I'm going to put a stair to kind of like help it, just help the look, I guess. So if I go get some water. I didn't mean to put that one away, but anyways. You'll see that it flows, divides, splits up. We'll fill this so it's nice. Alright, so then you kind of have your little wall feature. Now you can decorate this however you feel. I'm not a huge fan of what I'm doing there. Let's see. Alright, something like that. I don't want to go too crazy. We're going to get rid of some of these. Where's my slabs? This was a slab. There we go. So again, I don't know why I just placed those with slabs, but anyways, we're just trying to get kind of this, just like again, just shape, because you want to adjust this stuff as you go. You don't want this to be like your final look. I mean, it might end up being your final look, but you don't really want to plan that necessarily right now. So I'm actually going to do like so. And, you know, I think what this can actually be is part of our ruin. So I like to make them on odd numbers. So this is the center, there's 2 here, and then our building that would have been here. Let's just go up with these. Now, to make this a bit of a ruin, what I'm going to do is I'm going to extend this out. And I'm going to create part of the structure that would have been here at one time. We'll make it a little odd shaped. Extend this out. I'm going to get stone brick slab. Whoops. And we're going to go like that. Maybe one there. We'll probably do something similar on this side, but a little bit different. So you get the idea that this was at one time some kind of a building. And that to me is really cool when you can kind of have a lore behind it. So I'm going to keep doing this with cobble. Again, I feel like the cobble kind of represents like when the ground is kind of like caved in or whatever. And kind of formed over time. So you can see it's starting to come together. Let's do a little bit more of this on this side. Now, obviously, these buildings, like this. Oh, they are in line. Never mind. They don't necessarily have to be in line. It could be because you don't really know the original shape, right? We could build a building in here and destroy it. We don't know. We're kind of making this up as we go. So then I'm going to do water at the back. I like to do water in all three of these sides when I do these, but I'll show you guys an example. I'll put it up on the screen right now, actually. And this is one that I built. It's a mailroom that I built on the Vintage Craft server. And this one, one sec, so I'm just going to place these and explain this. So I'm doing the exact same thing here. Just another little broken piece of the ground. Anyways, so the Vintage Craft server, it's a mailroom, and basically what I wanted is in the walls. Yeah, that one's labeled or located below ground, right? It's below a lake. So in the walls, I wanted it to have like the water from the lake, so it looks like you're legitly underground. And I think it turned out really well. Okay, so again, I'm just placing blocks. So what I'm going to do down here is open this up for our water. Now, what I'm going to do on this one is I'm going to use, I don't have any down here, I want cobble stairs. So I'm going to line this kind of like so. We'll put cobble there. And I like to make a little bit of depth. Oh, I got rid of my water. I did not mean to do that. Alright, so now what we're going to do is we're going to fill this. We're going to waterlog our stairs. That's not what I wanted. So this adds just another little level of depth here, right? So now if I go to, say, let me get rid of that one. Our water is going to flow right here. So I'm going to go up. I'm going to go into the roof. I'm going to build this up a little bit. Now, we haven't hidden any lighting yet. So one option we have is to take a sea lantern and put it right here. And because I'm doing this up, you see how, like, if I put the water here on this block, it's fine. But then if you look at it, you might see what's above. And so I usually have to go 2 or 3 blocks up, place my water. It gets the real sense that it's flowing from somewhere. And it flows into our little water hole, and we're good. Now, this helps because you don't always have it in the wall. I don't like this block. Yeah. Anyway, sorry. It's away from the wall. It kind of gives a nice look, and it throws a little bit of light. So this is what we're looking at for light right now. Just that. Now, on this first one, what we can do, especially since we kind of want like a mood in this. So using the sea pickles, 1, this is 2. Down here I'm gonna put 4, and you can see that gives a nice. It's too many. Let's do 3. Perfect. Just a nice subtle glow, and that's a good way to hide lighting because you're gonna have sea pickles and whatnot. Let's put a couple more down here. I don't really like to have torches and stuff. Every now and then you kind of have to, especially in a ruin. You can get away with that stuff, but I like to have the hidden lighting. So again, these corners, you kind of pick your shape. There's no right or wrong, but you want to build this up. And like I said, you want to leave a bunch of the stone, but you kind of want to have like I personally, I think the cobble looks really good. I'm going to build this down a couple more, and I'm going to do another small one. Couple of stoops, couple of stairs. I don't like that one. I like to use stairs just to help make that, what would you call that? Like, not the rounded look, but like the curved in look. I don't know how you would say that properly. Anyways, and using the slabs, you can get a lot of different levels, which is super nice when it comes to detailing this stuff. You get a lot with very little effort. Alright, so this is our ruin so far. Obviously, I'm just doing this quick, so we could definitely make this, quite a bit nicer if we wanted to. But I'm just trying to get the point across. So we're not going to go too crazy. No. So I'm going to do one more on this side. And I didn't do a wall there. There. You can do walls other places, like you could put it, say here. Say there. But it kind of blends with the, or attaches to the rock behind it, and I don't necessarily like those all the time. You can do them up here like this. It does help. Okay, anyways, so I'm going to do one more. I'm going to do another flowing water just like this out of the roof. So I think those look the best, personally. So we're going to use, again, we're going to use stairs. And I'm going to waterlog them. I think. Got a little too anxious with my waterlogging. Alright, let's go like that. I want this to be non-flowing water, so there we go. Perfect. And then we're gonna put it. Let's put it right here. Again, I'll just build this up real quick because again, we're not using an underground cave. And perfect. Another way you can hide lighting is if you come down. You go underneath here, go over a block, and put it in. You can go in two if you want. And then cover this back in, but leave your hole, obviously. And your lighting will shine through. Same thing as the sea pickles. The sea pickles are just more natural. Somebody really goes snooping through your cave. Okay, so I'm just going to do a couple more bricks. And I want to do one more piece sticking out here. I think this looks super cool when you do this properly. We'll do it around the back. I shouldn't say you do them properly, I just like when you have like a purpose for them. Let's go like so. And one more. Perfect, okay. I like that. Okay, so this is our basic setup, I guess you could say. Now I'm just gonna put a little bit of randomness in the floor. If I could click, would be great. We'll do some brick. I'm gonna get a couple iron bars, and we'll start doing some decorating. Now again, you could do like, I could go in here and I could put slabs, and I could put stairs. We could change the dimension. But for the sake of this tutorial, I'm just trying to get the idea across. We don't have to go crazy with our floors and whatnot. But you guys, I'm sure you've seen that, and I'm sure you understand that you can do various things like that. So because this is a ruin, I'm going to put a bunch of bars. This was like maybe at one time part of our castle, or, you know, I don't know if we're underground ruin or in a cave, or who knows. Well, let's go like this. Oop. I don't know, something like that anyways. Okay. Now, one of the biggest things of doing these underground ruins, in my opinion, are leaves and vines. Vines especially, they can be a pain, but you need them, I think. So I'm going to put here... And again, you want to be kind of random. You don't want them to be in a specific order, I guess you'd say. But you want them to make some kind of sense. So we could come back through here with mossy cobblestone, mossy brick, and we could really, really liven this up. But even without doing that, if we start putting leaves in specific places and giving them a purpose. So what I mean by that is this leaf is going to come down here, and it hits this, and it's actually going to go into our water. Maybe we have some leaves over here, and they're going to come out, and they're going to make like a pile. Go like that, maybe. We'll have some of these just hanging down, and if we break this and go up into there, it kind of gives that illusion like it's coming through the rocks. Let's see, over here we can do the same thing in all of our holes that we have. we can fill them with leaves to help fill this space. Let's go like that. I find leaves are a very good way to fill up a space if you don't really have an idea of what you wanted to put somewhere. Let's go like that, maybe. And we're actually going to cover this, cover the bars. And we'll go like that, and we'll put them into the ground. Let's see. Off of our ruin at the back, it can grow on the ruin and down. And you kind of want to, as you go down, like you want them to be growing on a surface. Not always, but a lot of the times it looks better. We'll do a couple just hanging down, just to kind of help complement our whatever, the stalagmites. I forget which ones they are. Okay, so now let's do our bookshelves. Again, this could be another portal. This could be anything you want it to be. I just like doing these for enchanting rooms. They kind of give that more magical illusion look. And I'm also going to grab oak because oak looks good with the bookshelves. Let's put some oak here and maybe one there. What that does is it just gives another little look to this. We can have bookshelves pretty much anywhere. Like if this was maybe our library, maybe we had books all over the place. Who knows, really, right? But we want this to be functional enchanting room, so we have to make sure we have enough to do that. So let's just go like so. More wood. What are we at here? Let's see, can I enchant this? 28. I need one more bookshelf. So let's put it... I don't know, I guess... No, I don't like that. I don't know, something like that. Let's make sure. Yeah, so 30 levels. So, it gives us the idea. We can go through and we can put more wood if we want. You know, kind of make this however you want to, you know, achieve the look that you're going for. Another thing you can do, I guess, obviously, is you can do like oak stairs, kind of build this or break this up a little bit if you wanted to. I don't know if that's better or worse. But anyways, that is how I approach a cave. Now, obviously, like I said, we didn't go crazy with the detail. You know, I could spend hours in here doing this. So I wanted to show you guys another one that I did just down the way here. Now this was quite a bit larger. This one is a diameter of, I think, 11 blocks, and this one is 26, I think. Maybe not quite. Anyways, this was more of a ruin, and I really like how this one turned out. So one of the things you can do to decorate, let me just show you guys the room, I guess, first. So some of the decoration tips that I have in this one are, you know, using ore blocks throughout. You know, you got iron, diamond, we got emerald. It makes it definitely more of a natural cave. Like, you don't want to take all of that out, or you want to add some back. Having water flow, and then I'm using cyan glass here to make like water droplets coming from the roof and whatnot. Let me just set the time. Time set. Let's just go noon, so you can kind of see. I've left some openings here, which kind of give a little bit of natural light to help this. And then I've done the same thing. These go a little bit too crazy, but that's okay. You know, we did the ruin pieces across, and I think that really helps. This is just the style I've been using, so it's the same as the other one I just did. And again, there's water. We could put all kinds of different things in here. And what I've done here is I've dug this down, I think 7 blocks, and I've used stained glass to make this fog effect. One of the ways you make this work is it's black glass, and then it's a layer of gray glass, or light gray glass, and then white, and then light gray, then white, light gray, white. And there's a couple of sea lanterns down there, which gives it the lighting. You can use lava, and you can make it all glow. That's really good if you use like different color glass. This works really nice for like a fog effect. But one of the tricks to making this look right, as you can see here, like these blocks don't go down because I'm making it like a platform. But these blocks go down into the fog, so it looks like they go down forever, right? Or until they hit actual ground. And I think that's one of the keys to making this effect look right. You can see I actually missed it right here. That didn't work like that. Right, and that'll actually make this effect quite a bit better. Kind of makes it more believable. So things like that are things to look at. Yeah, so this one, like, you know, it looks really cool as a portal room, but I really like these as enchanting rooms. Like I said, the one I had on the Vintage Craft server, it's a mail room, and the one I'm thinking about making on my personal server is actually going to be my storage room. If I put storage and stuff in the walls, maybe do some aquariums, I think it'll look super cool. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this. I really hope you guys learned something. If you want to see more of these, you know, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe. If you have any ideas of things you want me to show, please leave a comment. And thank you guys for hanging out. I really appreciate it. And I will see you guys in the next one.